Just so you know the pressure I'm putting on myself, I'm doing this cold in front of one of my best friends, and I've got a par time of 0.59, and that is at the spicy meatball. So, welcome back to the Dry Fire Journal. This is day 114, and we're going to get right into the drill. You'll see at the bottom that if you go to thewilderness.com, you get 13% off your entire order when you enter the code REDHAWK721. Tell them thank you for supporting weirdos like us that dry fire and train. Here's the deal. We're calling this the Bullseye drill, and I've got a timer on my phone, and I've got a literal bullseye here on this dartboard, and I am going to time myself. I'm going to give myself a super spicy par time, and I'm totally cold. Haven't done this yet. Don't know if I'm going to make it or not. But if you watched yesterday's, the video that I hope that you don't watch, if you did watch it, you noticed that I had all the wheels fall off the bus. Well, honestly, that just pissed me right the heck off. So I've got to do better today, and I've got to do it cold. Literally cold. I'm in my friend's unheated shop, and we're just goofing around, and I thought, hey, I've got a dot here. I want to try this. So, because I wasn't planning on dry firing, and because I'm at my friend's house, I'm just going to show you, because I don't have my barrel block, that I have nothing in the chamber and nothing in the magazine well. Totally clear firearm. And here we go. The idea is on the beat, defeat concealment, draw, and have your front sight or red dot go right here on the bullseye. I've got to time it spicy for me. You've got to figure out what's spicy for you. And here we go. Let's move in a little closer so you can see my front sight, trying to get close to that red dot. And then remember, I'm doing this cold. You should be doing this cold too. A little bit late, and I did not draw my firearm well, which caused me to drive and stab instead of drive into my vision. I'm also using the double action trigger, as I told you I've been doing. So I'm going to try this again. I didn't like the grip on that, so I abandoned it. I'm going to try it again. I cheated my timer on that one. Every now and then I find myself doing that. Maybe you do too. Let's stop and think about why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to push myself, to test myself, to see if I can do this at a time that I've actually never gotten to before. Here we go. I one-handed draw because my support hand didn't move fast enough. Let's put all this together. I grabbed a fistful of shirt. And yet I'm going to choose to be positive and hang in with this and tell myself that this is totally within my wheelhouse. If I choose to take all the work that I've put in and put it all together right now, that is a choice that I can make. And I'm going to attempt to make it right now. And just so you know the pressure I'm putting on myself, I'm doing this cold in front of one of my best friends, and I've got a par time of 0.59, and that is at the spicy meatball. So if I put everything together and do what I know to do, I think I can do this. So I got there in time. I didn't like the forward push at the end. I'm going to try this one more time. Need to put everything together. I got there just a hair late, and I got there as the gun was still rising, which means I did not coast at all. And I'm going to try that now. I got a little bit late, but I nailed the bullseye. So I feel good about that. Let's do one last round and see what happens. I got there barely, but I think I just kind of drove it out. I did see my front sight against the bullseye. And for this drill, I'm intentionally using my front sight instead of my dot. A later drill would be for me to do this with my red dot and try a differentiation between my front sight and my red dot to see where I draw to. because of the height difference between where my dot would be and where my muzzle would be. So that's why I was using my front sight against the Bullseye. Set a spicy par time for yourself, whatever that may be for you, and see if you can get to about a 1/2 inch dot at your arm length and see if you can get there from concealment. I think the Bullseye drill is a great thing to try. It lets you push speed, lets you figure out what part of your eye you are presenting to, and there's a lot of benefit out of this. So let's try this together. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it works for you. Get to work, and I'll see you tomorrow.